Hey guys, what's going on? Request video for you guys today. I was asked how to customize soft plastics with dye. Now the first tip I'm going to give you guys is to keep your dye in some type of container. This is just a Rubbermaid container I got at Walmart for a few bucks. You know, if one of these were to, break or spill or whatever the case may be, the mess is inside this container and not inside my boat compartments or my book bag or wherever. So definitely keep your dye in some type of container. I even have the bottles wrapped in a paper towel, the way the glass is not banging against each other. But I use JJ's Magic, and those bottles do pressurize, so when you open them up, just open them up slowly and you won't have any issues. But try and work over some type of container that way you're not dripping dye all over the place. But like I said, I use JJ's Magic. We got 4 different colors in there plus the clear, but we got chartreuse, a blue, methylate, which is like an orange color, and then we have red. But the most common way to use dye, and let me say too, there's no wrong way to use dye. Customize your soft plastics however you want to. Different is good. Whatever you come up with hopefully catches you more fish. But the most common way is just to dip the tail, whether it be a grub, I do that a lot, a curly tail worm, a lizard, a stick bait, a shaky head bait like the 6.5 plasma tail, just a straight tail worm. And we'll go ahead and get out a blue dye. Let's see here. Now open it up slowly. It even says on the cap there, open it up slowly. You can hear it hissing a little bit. Okay. Get your soft plastic worm. Just going to dip the tail. Hold it in there for a few seconds. And there we go. Sure the lighting's the best in here, guys. You should be able to see that. So now you got a blue tail. I think I should have picked a different color to show up in here, but you guys can see that. Okay. Another way, tell you what, let me put the lid on. Another thing you can do, let's go ahead and get out the chartreuse here. Open up slowly. Another thing you can do, I like to do this on my wacky rig worms. This is the Biospawn Exo Stick. I like to dip both ends. So on the flutter, I got a little chartreuse on either end, giving it just a little more flash. Just a couple seconds. It's going to show up better, guys, in the water too. Let it drip. I'm going to dab it on a paper towel here so I don't make a mess. Take the other end. So we got both ends dipped in chartreuse. That's one way to do it. Again, it's something that you can just experiment with. Another thing you can do. Let's pull out the methylate. Let's see here. Another popular way to dip a plastic is the claws of your craw bait. This is the bile craw. You can just dip just the edges. Just like that. Now if you want to be like real precise, one thing that I'll do, I like to use these ardent swabs, and I'll just dip these in the dye, and that way you can kind of, mark on your baits. and be real precise with it. Another thing that I like to do, this is the Vile Craw Alabama Craw. It's got a green pumpkin and orange. If I want that orange just a little bit brighter, what I'll do is, what I just told you, get yourself an ardent swab. You can use a Q-tip. I don't like Q-tips because I don't like the lint. But get yourself an ardent swab. Your dye. I'm doing this over the table here, guys, but I'll show it to you. This makes it just a little bit darker. And it'll really pop in the water too, like I said. Now you can look at the back of that, or the belly, compared to the claws, just a little bit darker. So guys, that's a few ways you can do it with dye. And again, just play around with it, you know. Another thing that I like to do, you guys know I'm a big tube fisherman, and on a white tube I like to use a black magic marker and put little shad dots on there. Got one on this side, put one over here. You know, just a couple little shad dots. Again, just play around with it. See if you get a few more bites. But you know, I think it's a lot of fun. You know, this really helps me out with my MTB slams. So, you know, fishing dirty water, say I get some clear watercolors, I can use the dye to help customize my baits, so hopefully the fish can see them just a little bit better. But guys, that's just a few ways to customize your soft plastics. Hopefully that video helped you guys out. Really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll talk to you soon.